Thank you, Kevin, for taking the session on world peace and environment. So I'll be dealing with the India-Japan technology development. Moving to the first slide. Sorry. Yeah. Both the countries are having a good relationship in terms of technology and development, and we can see that from 2000 onwards, when the Japanese Prime Minister visited India, he came up with an agreement known as India-Japan Partnership, Global Partnership. Then later on, our Prime Minister, at that time the Prime Minister of India was Vajpayee, when he visited back to Japan on 2001. He jointly agreed for this agreement, and from there onwards, they had a good relationship in terms of technology. Then later on in 2000, later on in 2008, Japan invested almost a huge amount as a low rate of interest of loan, and this particular amount was taken over for various infrastructure projects, mainly on railways. Especially, we can see that Mumbai-Delhi project, railway project. There was a huge amount of huge amount of money was invested by Japan for this particular project. And later on, in 2014, you will be able to see around $462 million were invested for next 5 years. That is from the time of 2014, a huge amount was invested for next 5 years. And even this particular amount of money was invested for various infrastructure projects such as ports, development, airports, and various other road and railway projects. And even today, when last month, when Prime Minister of Japan visited India, he just invested almost around 5 trillion yen. That means around $42 billion was invested in India. We can see that Japan is considered as the third largest foreign direct investor for India. Because as per the report of 2018, it was found that around $28.16 billion was invested till 2018 from 2000 onwards. So we may think that what is the benefit, what Japan is going to get from there is a lot of investment in India. Obviously, they will be having a return of investment. There will be a high return on investment. It is because as we know, since 2016, there was a trade barrier between most of the countries, especially there was a war between US and China. So at that time, exporting of most of the countries came down. So in order to overcome that particular situation, Japan also had a dip in their exporting. So in order to overcome that particular situation, they want a perfect market to trade their products. So Japan had a good market in India. So thereby they can have a better return on investment as well. So moving to the collaboration on defense side. Defense side is one of the greatest thing about both of the countries have. They have a strong defense area. Even if you can see the ocean side also, Asia Pacific region, and even the Indian Ocean side also, they have a better bond with each of the countries. And during 2018, our defense minister was Nirmala Sitharam. She just came up with a project known as industrial corridors in Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh. The main objective of this particular project was to have a defense ecosystem in our country and have a good relationship between India and Japan and even many other countries. And the main thing what we can find in this corridor is that our prestigious projects are various projects are there, Make in India, Skill India, various other projects are there. So in order to have a boost in Make in India project, this particular corridor was a really helpful thing. And India-Japan had a vision for 2025. In this particular vision, almost around, their main aim was to have an action-oriented partnership between both of the countries. So this particular thing mainly aimed at co-production and co-development. Even we can find that there was a slight decrease in even if India is having a slight decrease in various skills in defense and various battlefield, they can revive using the better training from most of the countries. And even Japan can also have a better objectives, like they can revive from having a better defense production. Even they had a strategy which was implemented on 2014. Their main aim was for the defense production. In this particular strategy, their main aim was to have a collaboration with most of the countries. Even India had a tie-up with Japan for having a defense production. So thereby, if India is attaining a good collaboration or good mingling with Japan, obviously most of the countries like European countries might follow India's path and have a good relationship with Japan. So moving to my last slide, which is regarding the prestigious projects of India. Make in India project is there, Startup India is there, Skill India is there, Digital India is there. Obviously, Japan is having a lot of investment in this particular project. I will tell you how. We all know we are eager to see the bullet trains, right? Even in bullet train also huge amount of investment is there from Japan's part, and even Make in India, most of the companies, Indian government and even Japanese government have a good collaboration with each other. It's like Indian government find the local partners for most of the Japanese companies to have investment in India so that they can involve in the part of Make in India project, and even you can see that Japanese company identify the startup. Make in India is actually concentrating on the part of startups in India, right? So Make in India, actually startups, Japanese companies will identify those startups and they'll come up with identifying the technology, what this particular projects are being implemented, and based on that, their technology will be improved by various Japanese companies, and they'll be having a good collaboration with various other large MNCs so that we can accomplish our Make in India project. So this is all about collaboration and development of technology between both of the countries, and more sessions will be conducted by Prince.